Welcome back
to Marriage Beyond the Veil.
I'm Gayla, not Fred.
And I'm Kia. So, yesterday we talked about the early years, and Gayla touched on siblings in a marriage and how close we are and everything. So, what says you about siblings in a marriage? What do you think is important? What do you think you should stay away from?
And that's the thing, you always were able to tell me a lot of what was going on, but I don't think I knew everything.
No.
I don't think you should tell a person everything. Tell your sisters and siblings everything. Because you can have people who are very opinionated. I mean, like, our last name is Foster. It's genetic. We just got opinions. And so when you have a Foster in your relationship, like my cousins are like, yeah, okay, but the Foster men, we should have had a show. But you can't tell them everything because they will throw it back on that person or get in their face and try and preach a sermon.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, what are things, or how do you differentiate between what you tell your siblings or what you share with them? And in our case, we were living in the same house. So, how did you handle that?
Well, a lot of the stuff you did see and you were privy to, but Fred and I have a very unique relationship in that we're very affectionate. We've always been very affectionate. But when John came home, oh my goodness, there were days I wanted to take him out, and so a lot of times she was the buffer for that because she would take John or she would take me, and so it was helpful. But there were times where there were things going on that I didn't think that she really needed to know because I didn't want her to think less of him. And and
less of you,
or less. Yeah, in most cases it would have been that. But on the flip side of that, I mean, we look at it. I have 3 sisters. No, yeah, I have 3 sisters, and then on my other side, I had 4 sisters, and then 2 brothers, plus in-laws. And so with that, it's a lot of people that you can share or not share. And so with each of my sisters, I've shared different things, and that includes Cheryl, Tamber, Diane, Debbie, who's gone on, Peachy, and Marlene. I've shared different things with all of them about our lifestyle and things that have happened based on what I thought that they could handle. So like with Tam, who is our older sister, there are things that I share with her, but she's never been married. And so a lot of times when things would get really deep and really rough, I would call Cheryl.
Yeah.
And that is our oldest sister. And I felt like she was more able to give me a better idea of which way I needed to go.
Because she's a seasoned married person.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's sort of how that worked. So you share what you need to share. There's some things that you just don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would, if I was a young person and you're getting married, the one thing that I would definitely listen to what Gayla said, be there and be that listening ear, but also be objective.
Yeah,
because there were times she shut me down. She was like, you're wrong. Just plain and simple, you're wrong, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's probably
but
why
I would tell him
35 years.
But I would tell him he was wrong too. And the other thing is, don't be. You can't interject your feelings into their marriage, because if you're the sister or the brother or the cousin or whatever, that's exactly what you are. The sister, the brother, or the cousin. You are not this person. You don't know the ins and outs. I know recently someone told me that their dad had shared just how close he was to his wife, and that she really knew all about him, and that puts a whole nother light on it. I look at my parents, and my mother said today that she would never ever do anything to hurt or harm my father, even in the midst of his dementia. She is very protective, and she's going to take care of him till the end.
That's right.
If the Lord says the same. So you have a different relationship with that person. So she had a different relationship with Fred than I did. He's my brother in love, but he's not my husband. Right. So I had to give her that room, and he had to give me that room to be her twin.
Yes. God bless him.
And still does.
Yes. So if he can't find me, he knows where I'm
He'll
at.
call me on the phone like, where's Gail? You talk to Gail? I'm like, I'm on the phone with her now. Okay, can you tell her to call her husband? Okay, yeah. We're twins.
That's it.
That's it.
Use wise thoughts. Use be thoughtful about how and what you share.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like I said, you don't want to share something
that they're never going to forgive this person
Yeah,
for. Because
exactly.
if you forgive them, then they be looking at you sideways.
Exactly.
You know, they be talking about you behind your back. Girl, she's so stupid. How does he stay with her? You know, so
Yes,
yeah, be careful what you
exactly.
tell people.
Especially when you got a lot of sisters.
Especially. And Gail has, 3 on this side and 4 on the other.
Yeah.
Well, 3 now, but 6. A total of 6 sisters.
Mhm.
That's a lot.
It is.
Okay.
A lot of estrogen.
Well, until tomorrow.
If the Lord says the same.
Bye.
Have a good evening.